Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part two of Crate Expectations. If you have not watched part one, you can watch it on Dareth's channel and subscribe, leave a comment, do all the fun stuff, get all of the serious discussion out of the way. Very serious
It
discussion.
was very serious, especially toward the end. The
Mhm. Yeah,
seriousest.
the most seriousest we've ever been.
It's a difficult word to take seriously
Mhm.
when you're pronouncing it the way we are. Seriousest. So,
Yeah,
yeah, it was serious though.
there's a lot of raid talk.
Trust me.
Um, we didn't talk too much about Duel of the Fates, though. We mentioned it, the new assault battle, but we didn't talk too much about it. And I don't think we need to get into crazy detail on it, but I'm curious what your thoughts are on it in general, because this is a new one where you need the lover boys at, I think it's 5 star. Well, you need them at whatever it is for the first tier that you get a little bit, you have a chance of shards for a random amount of shards for, is it Qui-Gon on the first tier? Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I could probably just look at it in game, actually.
The first
Um,
tier is 1 to 7, or 7 shards of one of the two.
right. And then you need them at 5 star to unlock tier two, which gets you shards of the other one. And then from there, you just keep going in terms of unlock. So it's a new
Oh,
type of an assault battle, but
I
yeah.
thought it was unlocked.
Uh,
Sorry, I thought it was randomized between the two. I could be wrong.
oh, maybe it
Probably.
is randomized between the two. I thought I only got shards. Um, I only got one of their shards from each one, and I feel like maybe I got like really weird RNG, but it was the same both times that I did it. So it was always Qui-Gon on one and always Kenobi on the other one,
How many times did you do it?
twice.
It was really weird RNG the two
Yeah,
times you did it.
I did it twice. But
That
that's for whatever you want to call it, 4 sets of rewards.
that's so weird. Congratulations.
Thank you. Um, but what? So then, okay, then you go to tier three, and they have to be 7 star, etc., and it keeps going up from there. So I only did the first two tiers. How far did you get on yours? Did you go? You have them at Relic 9?
Yeah, so my main account managed to do all of it.
And what do you think of the rewards for it?
I think that it's two characters and they've priced you in to, if you're gonna play the game long term, I think you just try to bite the bullet as early as you can and just get both of them to Relic 9 early because they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be good for any level account anyways. Even if you
Mm-hmm.
don't have Amidala there, those two, the Galactic Republic Jedi who have a ton, like they could just go with Qui-Gon early
Right.
game. Like we've always wondered, it's always been a question mark of with and I know it's just GAC to you, you don't care, but for me, I've always wondered like who the other two Jedi, Galactic Republic Jedi, should be on the Qui Gon team because it's Qui
Mhm.
Gon, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Anakin are the obvious ones, and
Right.
then there are others that add utility in various ways, and I guess Kelleran Beck can fill one of those slots now, but these two could easily. I mean, especially because most newer accounts aren't going to have Ki-Adi-Mundi anyways. Like these two could
Yeah.
slot in pretty well with them. So, to me, this is something you want to at least get him to Relic 7 early,
Hmm.
and then as you can get him to 9 because they're going to be good and long term they're going to be very worthwhile in my opinion.
Okay. Fair. Um, so I think we were getting this roughly once a month. There was a lot of I don't want to say confusion, but it did look like originally that the assault battle was going to refresh every single day. And we would get a ton of shards because it was running for like a week. Um, which also is pretty long. But
I've seen a lot of really fun ridicule from people who were like, how could anyone possibly think it's going to run for all 7 days? Those guys were so delusional and stupid. And I was like, I mean, maybe I'm delusional and stupid, but I believed my eyes. and CG
Right.
hadn't said anything different, and it
And
fit the narrative that I was kind of believing that we were gonna get Relic 10 anyways, so might as well like just spread the wealth on Relic 9 a little
that
bit.
that's how I was looking at it. I was like, this seems like a really easy way for them to pump out Relic 9 materials to introduce Relic 10. Um, and also like the data mine showed that it was going to be refreshing.
Yeah, like I don't think it was foolish at all. People
Um,
who like to ridicule, and I just like to give it back a little bit. I think it's a little bit of a crazy take to think that no one reasonable could think that.
I think my thought on it is it looked like it was going to refresh. It clearly was going to refresh. The data mine showed it was going to refresh. It did refresh.
Right.
So clearly it was coded that way. And we knew that for what, a week before it dropped, maybe long, roughly a week tops, call it like 4 days. But we knew about it. People were talking about it everywhere on Discord and planning their whether or not they were going to refresh it as well with crystals to get additional shards and or additional rewards like at the later tiers. Um and yet CG never was like, "Oh, that's not actually a thing. We're going to do it while the event is live."
I you know
Like,
what?
what?
Okay, so this is just the kind of foible you have to learn to deal with CG. Like, I'm not saying that they should have messed up. This is just very classic CG. Just especially because right before this, they had the second in time in a row with the unkillable Grievous.
Yes.
And I mean, just so many meme potential, like of just like, hey, like we're not gonna fix this thing that benefits players, but the thing that, or we're not gonna fix this thing that hurts players, by not having Grievous
Right.
available or killable. But the second something helps players,
Mhm.
we're gonna take that away from them.
Right. We can fix that. It's fine. Um,
Right,
which
we're gonna fix
also
it immediately.
that gr
Not like we have a whole. They had a month. They
right
had
for
a month to
Grievous.
fix Grievous.
Which also like for that Grievous thing, you said you were gonna kill it. You would run it again like 2 days in a row, whatever the case may be, twice in a row, so that it would make up for, us not being able to actually do it. Um, why wouldn't you then like go into the code and be like, let's look for the Dathomir event. Oh, here it is. Delete all the upcoming dates of when it's gonna run until you fix it.
Yeah, I mean, it may. Do you think maybe they just planned it that way? And you know how Meatface posted the thing? He's like, "I see Grievous is unkillable again." Do you think maybe he just They were like, "Hey, we're not gonna fix this month, so you just like put out a pre-post like a he just
I
like
see.
prefabricated the post and it just auto posted on that day." He's like, "Oh, I see it's." He didn't even actually have to find out. He might have been asleep when it was posted.
He just scheduled the post.
Yeah, it was just auto generated for that day.
I legitimately forgot that it was broken and just like was like, oh, okay. Went in, I hit auto, and then like I was doing whatever in the morning, and then I went and like glanced at my phone. I'm like, ah, I see this wasn't fixed yet. I forgot about this.
Yeah,
Uh,
not a
yeah,
good look, but this is such a CG thing of
it's
that.
such a
Like, not only did they take away the thing that everyone is so hyped about, they failed to anticipate how exciting it would be to have this event with like, look at this. It's giving these shards that are actually some of the most rare shards right now in the game
yeah.
because they're not farmable. And then look at all this awesome other material stuff. Like they're giving away all this stuff. When
Hmm.
we get it for like no matter what size account, everyone's gonna benefit from this, even if you can only do one of the missions. It's a nice little boost. And CG's like, no, no, man, hell no,
Yeah,
no, no. You thought no,
but also we're gonna let you think it is,
yeah.
and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
take it away.
It is very disappointing, honestly. But the event itself, it's pretty good. I like it, and also Man, CG needs to do this. Please, CG. You don't listen to this, I'm sure. But can you please give us some Sims for maybe territory battles a little bit? Just a
Something for Sims.
little tiny bit of territory battles cause or something cuz that's one reason I was like, dude, if I can relic 9 these characters and then never have to do these events again,
And just sim.
yeah, it's amazing. It's
Right.
so magic.
We need more simming.
And I know that that hurts some of their metrics, some of their numbers that they need to be able to, you know. I'm sure that
Sure.
I'm sure that there's a certain degree of they have to have these metrics of people staying in the game these many ludicrous numbers of hours, but to be able to justify certain things, and that probably keeps the game alive on some level. I have no idea how exactly it benefits them specifically, but
But
well, here's a question: Would you?
balance.
What if you could buy? What if you? This sounds so toxic. I don't want to.
Oh
But what if?
God. Don't will
Well,
this into
no.
existence.
What if in Rise of the Empire you could buy a sim button for
Ooh.
crystals or
For
$10,
crystals?
crystals or $10 or something. I don't know.
Would it
Like, what if they
sim?
said,
What would
yeah,
it sim?
let's say it says, okay, after you complete this node on 3 stars, 10 different times or 5 different times, this is simmable for any node. So like Dathomir,
Right. So
Tatooine.
you could sim a planet or a
Yeah.
sector. Now,
Mm-hmm.
would you have to buy it for
Well,
each sector?
well, and it would probably be for each like individual node. So it would be, you know, a long project. But then for 1,000 crystals, you could just sim that after you've met the criteria.
That's tempting, especially as territory battles expands. I almost feel like I wouldn't do it on the first. Like I feel like you would have to strategize where you do that to make it worth it for the time saved. Like you
Sure.
wouldn't do it like our so I shouldn't say you as in everybody, but you as in our guild would not do it in phase one.
Oh,
Because
now
phase
I'm in your guild.
now you're
Just
back in.
deceitful Sarah, indeed.
But like you wouldn't do it in phase one for us. Probably not phase two. I would look at it in the later phases where you start getting into like the bonus zones and stuff and having more battles. Um, that's where I would be like, okay, we need to look at simming this zone.
Well, what if you could? I mean, there's just too many factors to like. You could take it all the way. I'm just like, man. Okay, so what if you could get this squad up and running to make it
Mhm.
so that you win it 10 times, and then you could use those characters then to platoon instead because you just have them on sim.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's just like too many factors to really balance it. And I'm not trying to balance it. I'm just trying to think like, and it's almost just shows my desperation. I'm like, I would pay for a sim button.
What I would actually like more, and I know like territory battles does take up a lot of time. I think it would also be really useful in the raid where they were like, okay, complete the raid 10 times. And then after that, you will unlock a sim button. And if you use it, it will just repost everyone's scores from the last raid that was played manually. So you could go in and be like, hey, everyone actually try and get your best score because from now on, we're going to just hit sim.
Oh gosh, that would be nice. Well, because then all the money's already spent. Because your whole guild already got together and
Right.
they got the score. I mean,
But then you just hit sim, and now you have a whole guild of people not being like, oh, I have to do the raid today, and I have to do TB, and I have to do GAC. Like, because you could just hit sim in one of those modes. Just saying.
no, I don't like the raid in terms of. I'll be on. I don't like the raid anyways. Like I love the revamp of it.
Yep.
Like this is about as ideal of a revamp for the raid as I the raid system as I could hope for. Because for a
Mm-hmm.
while I thought they were just going to trash it because it was just total garbage. And
Mm-hmm.
they equalized the rewards for the most part. I was like, this is awesome. I'm glad we don't have that. And now I have to spend time on it.
Right.
And it doesn't bring me much joy at all. I'm like, okay,
I'm
like
sick of it.
I put Relic 8 on some things I'm not proud of.
I'm yeah. I'm so sick of it now that reading that the droid commander, whatever, is going to be RNG based and, each wave is going to be a surprise based off that. I already know if I have to spend 45 minutes on one wave trying to get the perfect RNG, not happening. I
I
already know that.
agree.
I spend 45 minutes right now doing the speeder bike raid on one account. If I get like the right, I don't want to say perfect RNG, but good enough RNG that I'm happy with the score and I'll submit it.
Well, and Professor X does not need the top box, frankly.
Right. And like when I say I spend 45 minutes, I spend 45 minutes max on Professor X if I have to redo a run or two. I spend longer on mine.
You spend long no. Totally fine. No, I mean, and they don't even have good personal track reward. It looked like
Right.
they hadn't changed anything on the personal track again. Like it's still
It
just
doesn't.
zero. I mean, not zero zero, but it's not much.
Yeah. So it feels like we just need something to alleviate that. And like I get it, you want players in game, but is it better to have fewer players in game for the time that you want versus more players in game in general?
Right.
Like where is the line that you draw?
Well, I just feel like they had for a while been doing a good job of saying, "Oh, hey, okay, look, we're adding this thing, and we realize it takes more time from you, so
Hmm.
we've added sim buttons to all this stuff."
Right.
Like one of people forget. I mean, it's easy to forget the things that are amazing that they added to the game because, in some ways, it just goes to a place of like that's how it should have been. Like
Hmm.
that's just how it should be. I eat 3 full meals a day. That's how it should be. Instead of feeling so intensely grateful that you were born in a place that you get that guaranteed.
Hmm.
Not to preach here, but I just think like the update that was like so exciting to me was the sim button on the assault battles.
I love that. That was the hill I was dying on.
Oh my gosh. Well, and I was like, I posted this short video of like how I was excited about it, and someone's like, "Dude, you'll find anything to whine about." I was like, "No, you'll find anything to whine about because I was excited about this. I was not complaining."
It was I had been I don't want to say complaining, but I had been begging for a button on assault battles for I don't even know how long. And it finally showed up. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's so good. Or when they made Galactic War simmable,
Simple. Yeah.
like so they've done that before. Like they've done that several different iterations, and then I feel like at some point they just said, we're just gonna keep adding stuff,
Right.
but not sim buttons." And I don't know. I know I'm whining a lot here. I really am, but to me, that I feel like that would be nice if they would do that. Please, CG, consider it.
Hmm.
That's all.
Um,
The raid would be great.
the raid, yeah.
Territory battle would be great. You would love it if you could sim GAC somehow.
I would love it. That would be fantastic.
It's cool. Maybe instead of starting a new account, I'll just start doing GAC on your account.
We're pretty far down.
Are you still in Kyber 4?
No. I'm not in a
You're making
Erodium.
me. You're in Kyber 5?
I'm in Kyber 5. I'm at the top of Kyber 5.
No, I'm being serious here, Sarah. You have to get out of 5 because 5 is where they dump you into Erodium. If you finish
I
the season in 5, you'll be in Erodium
I'm
next month.
I'm gonna get out of it. I promise. I am actually gonna get out of it. I'm not that worried that I'm there. I'm not. I'm genuinely not that worried that I'm
Most
there.
people who are in Kyber 5 aren't worried.
I'll be out of it before the season ends.
You sound like my like addicted to substances uncle. He's like, I'm not worried. I'm not worried that I'm addicted to these substances. I'm
I
like,
sound like I'm in denial over here. It'll be fine.
no,
Uh,
I'm fine. Stop even talking about it. I'm fine.
it'll be
Kyber
fine.
Kyber 5 is never fine. we need
It's 5. Everything's 5. Uh,
everything's 5. Okay.
no, I will get out of it. It'll be fine.
I I cannot wait next month to
Yeah.
introduce you as Erodium Sarah.
It'll be fine. Maybe.
Maybe.
We
Here,
have
show
we have this week and another week.
here, open that again.
No,
Let's
we
look
don't need
at
to
it.
look at it again. I was double
Oh.
checking where I was.
Just let's look. Come on.
Oh, God damn.
Just you've got a lot of range to make like you're that's at least two
Fine.
battles. That's two potentially three battles away. Like deep into it.
That's fine. So if I win this one and the one after, and then all three next week, it'll be fine. It just means I have to actually do something.
I just you haven't really shown that you're willing to do it, so I don't really I'm just trying to I'm looking out for you. And
I know.
if you wanna go into Erodium, that is absolutely your prerogative. And I will laugh hysterically.
I know. It's fine. I'm actually not that worried.
How many
Uh,
people do you think in our guild are in Erodium?
in our guild, we could look. I don't think we have
Let's look.
any.
Let's take a look.
I don't know if we have anybody in Erodium in our guild. If we do, this would be news to me. But look, we got a ton of Kyber 1 people.
I'm in Kyber 1.
I'm the only Kyber 5. See?
Kyber 5, it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
It's fine.
Oh my gosh. That's so fun.
It's so much work.
Where is Prevail Man out of curiosity? Or sorry, Professor X.
Aren't you in Kyber 1?
Yeah, I'm just curious what my standing is in the guild.
20.
Oh, there we go. 20. Nice. I'm kind of close to Pico.
Yeah, you are. That would be hilarious. You guys should match up.
That would be quite the match.
That would be funny. That would be very funny.
I would love that. I'm the exact same as Bowdy as well. I could easily be in his group.
Oh. And you're close to Dr. Zen.
Wow.
You might be in trouble.
No, I'm facing Taka right now. He's one of the over 14 million. Like he used to be like top 10 roster. I don't think he's quite there anymore, but
Just fall a little.
I mean, let's move on. I
Okay.
don't want to move on. I don't want to fall.
Okay. So, uh, there is a viewer question that we have not gotten to yet, and then
Okay.
we can look at this pack, etc. So Ness was asking, do we think that with the introduction of some protection heavy or synergized teams recently, like Beck, Gungan's, Queen Amidala's protection over time ability, all that kind of stuff, would there be a chance of protection set mods being introduced as part of the upcoming road ahead? What upcoming road ahead is my question.
Okay, Miss Agenda. So that's funny because I didn't think that was where the question was going, but that did trigger a thought. I was like, I wonder if I've wondered that for a long time. If we're ever going to get a new mod type, and if we ever did, would it be protection? Like, like we have health set mods. Were we ever going to get protection set?
I feel like they could introduce it. I would just it would be, I mean, I guess everyone would essentially be at the same disadvantage of having so few of that set. You would just have to focus really hard on building that set up.
Well, and frankly, there are some sets that people are already almost at zero at anyways. Like defense
Right.
set, it
Right.
people just never farm it unless they have a specific reason to. Like I,
Mhm.
I tend to farm defense a lot because I think it's a really good one for a lot of different situations. But that's the one most people just totally ignore, and probably tenacity. There's a lot of them, a lot of sets that people. I think they could add it. I don't really know. They always say they can't increase our mod cap, but then every time they increase the like add a new character, they do increase our mod cap.
Right, because we get 6 slots as a locker
Yeah.
that Professor X refuses to use.
Did you know I used automod the
On
other day
Professor X?
in a non-ironic way? Yeah, I legitimately used it as a tool.
Did you really? I was really confused because I went in and I was like, why do these characters who normally have mods not have mods?
Oh,
But
well,
now
I think
they're magically fixed, so I don't know what happened.
you took those mods off to
No,
to do the raid.
no, it was when I was going in to do the raid. I hadn't even touched the characters yet.
I
And
think you were just taking crazy pills.
no, Iden had no mods.
Probably something you did. So,
No.
what
But
was I doing?
why did you
I
use
needed a
auto
fast
mod?
character. So, last minute, I was like, so I've been planning for Professor X. I was gonna just put Gungans on defense, even though they don't have all of their.
Mm.
That I have two of them that are relict and two of them that are still gear 11. And I was like right now there's the bug. I think they're about to fix it, but there's the bug where, as long as you have them on defense with Boss Nass there, you still get a shield generator.
So who
So
did you
I
put
was
as the fifth? I guess it doesn't matter, but just out of curiosity.
Nest. I didn't want to do anything too crazy. Like
Hmm.
some people are like, I'm going to on Ray, like just completely,
Oh boy.
just be kind of BS, But I was like, you know what? A lot of people are placing this team on defense right now. I think I can. This is a little slightly better than Ewoks,
Hmm.
so I'll throw them on defense. But then I realized I had 3 minutes left, and I did not have mods on the two uh, Gear 11 Gungans.
Oh, so you auto modded.
So I was like, okay, how can I just get like any mod is better than no mod, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm just frantically pushing buttons, it's not going to be as fast. So I just went to auto mod. And here's the really funny thing, though. It modded the first one fine. I don't even
Hmm.
know which one was which. Like this was how the said like well the first one it just threw 6 on. I was like great. I'm not even gonna look at them. Like we're not gonna second guess ourselves. When I go into the next one, places 4 of them, and the other two it says you don't have any mods that meet our criteria. And how like there wasn't like a well place some anyways button. It was just I guess I'm screwed then.
You get
Like
nothing.
yeah, like auto mod does it's like selective. It's elitist. It's
It's like, no, no, no. You don't meet the criteria. The rest of you are trash.
yeah, you deserve what's coming to you.
That's funny. That makes me wonder if people we roast, if they've hit auto mod on some characters that have randomly missing mods.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at like how good the modding is. I'm just like I just picked one set and just clicked on 2 of them, placed, and then re saved my mods or my account. I had like 1 minute left, but it was the first time I've ever used the auto mod,
Man,
and yeah, it got picky.
that's funny.
It is. I'm like it's supposed to be this tool that hey, you don't know what to do with your mods? That's okay. We'll pick the best ones for you.
Yeah, we'll do it for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Instead, it's like, no, no, seriously, screw you. I have standards.
uh, um, okay, so maybe protection set, but maybe not. I don't know if they're hinting at it though with character releases, or if it's just a set that is not there that should be there. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Um, Okay.
Nobody
So,
knows.
do you want to look at this pack that we have like 1 day left to buy? I guess it's
Sure.
2 packs. It's multiple packs. It's a whole thing.
You have to spend money multiple times.
Yeah. So we have these like ascension bundles. That the first tier is free on, so you can do the freebie.
Like the element, Freon.
Yeah, free on, like the element, exactly.
Like
Uh
is the other one helium?
no,
Sorry, I know science is math adjacent.
it
I
is not. I was
apologize.
actually very good at science, surprisingly. Um anyway, so you have like the energy one, and then there's also the ability one. So I wanted to look at the energy one is the energy one, and whatever, it's a good deal. But the ability one,
Oh,
so
these
if
are
you go
Canadian
through,
prices, folks.
yeah, these are Canadian. So, but if you go through and buy all of the tiers, which it tells you what you'll get in each tier that you do, um, it ends up being $10 American total spending because there are some other freebies worked in there. So you spend $10 American, and if you do the ability one, you end up getting 6 Omicron mats, which is a good deal.
Yeah.
Like, because we were talking earlier to get 10 mats, they normally sell it for $30, which is what did we say it was? $3 an Omicron?
Yeah, whatever it is, it's cheaper. It is significantly cheaper to buy the Omicron. This pack, it's $10. It's not bad, man. And plus, a lot of smaller accounts, like my Prevail Man account, for instance, is still
Mhm.
really hurting for Omegas. Even.
Right. And like you're not paying for each tier. So the first one's free, then you buy the whatever $2 tier, and then I think it's another free one after that. I would like it if they, because I've seen things like this in other mobile games, and the way that I've seen it is instead of having it listed out here in the side of what you're getting, they kind of show like a flow chart of where the freebies are versus where the cost is. And I think I
Yeah,
would have appreciated being able to see that.
yeah. I think CG really just loves being confusing about these, so that people spend money confusedly.
Yeah. So there's 1 day left on this if people are intrigued. And then there's the
Yep.
energy one as well, which
Yeah,
does not.
both of them are good deals.
Yeah.
Like dollars wise, if you're gonna spend dollars, these are good deals.
Yeah. Um, so yay. Good deal.
Yay.
Yay.
This is probably something that will make me, at least on my main account, I'll bend for at least the Omega, or sorry, the Omegas
Omicron.
too, but the
Yeah, my God.
Omicrons. I mean, I'll get the Omegas as well,
Hmm.
but it won't matter as much. This month I've been trying to be free to play ish for the most part. Like, don't spend money. I'll probably bend and buy that one though.
Right. Um, yeah.
Probably worth it.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'm assuming this is like a trial type thing. And then if it does well, they'll keep doing it with other stuff. And I'm assuming it did well because I know a ton of people bought them.
They didn't do a good job selling it though. Like, they don't show that
No.
there's Omicrons here.
Yeah, they should 100% show that. You don't get them until, where is it, tier 6? Yeah.
But they should still show that that's possible.
I
Like,
know.
all I see is for my main account. If I'm just looking at the thumbnail, I'm like, oh, well, I already have all that. I don't need credits. I don't need Omegas. I don't need Zetas. I'm
Hmm.
good.
Yeah, and you just carry on.
Yeah, like I don't care if it's $2. Like, I'm not gonna spend $2 on garbage.
Yeah. They probably should have marketed this a little better, but it is what it is.
Classic CG.
Classic. At least they didn't pull it after it went live.
They're gonna pull it in about a day,
That's true.
which is after it is going live. So they literally will pull it. Anyways,
They won't pull it. It'll expire.
sure.
Anyways, do you want to roast a roster? I know the answer is no, but really the answer
Continue.
is yes.
Continue.
The answer is
Continue.
yes. There is nothing more that I would like to do to end this episode of Crate.
I'm gonna pause it for a sec. All right, I'm back.
You're
We're
back.
back.
We're
We're
back.
both back.
All right. So I should have probably put this in the notes before, but I think I remember them saying they started in 2018 and then quit for like I want to say they said 2 years or 3 years, something like that, and now they're back. So this was a gap period account,
They played in 2018.
I think, and I played for like a couple of years, if I'm remembering correctly, which lately
They,
is you know, the odds are not in my favor.
how do you know
Can't remember.
if you can't remember things? Hey,
Uh,
look at that. Someone in Kyber too.
wow.
Congratulations to them. What's 8.8? I mean, you're
8.8.
you're almost to 8.8, right? Like you're getting close to it.
Totally. This is not my roster to roast. Drive by roasting.
Sorry, we got to do a slight Sarah roast every time. All right. I mean,
that's the only reason you agree.
you're not Nerodium, right?
No.
You're not Nerodium, right?
Right. Correct.
You will be.
No. It'll be fine. Let's look at chips. It'll be fine.
The ships probably won't be fine. Oh, they do have Leviathan.
They have Leviathan.
What else?
They don't have Profundity. Oh, that's
Executor.
interesting. They have a 6-star Chimera. And a 6-star Finalizer. That's interesting.
I mean, Finalizer, and Radis.
Yeah.
They probably bought the packs or something. The Lightspeed bundles. But the Chimera is fairly baffling. Like, why don't you just finish that off?
Yeah,
that's just in the journey guide. Like, you should be able... Well, if they don't have Profundity, are their rebel ships just that bad?
Well, there's Cassian's U-Wing, so...
Yeah, I mean... Yikes. Ghost
man.
isn't farmed?
No, 6-star. Same with Phantom.
Same with First Order Special Forces. TIE Pilot. Dude, I use Finalizer all the time now because people, like, there's been this new fad of putting Executor on defense with Houndstooth, and so I just use Finalizer to kill it. And you can't do that if you don't have First Order Special Forces TIE.
Well, Echelon 6-star.
Look at that really sad TIE Defender.
Poor Iden. Man.
There's a whole mountain of sadness on me right now, just crushing me.
Is it crushing your soul?
Stop acting like you sound like you're like a cat, like lapping up milk, like just so content. Like,
I like milk.
He's so sad. I know, my discontent is your joy.
The rest of it, though, like, checks out with the ships that they have. Are they going towards Profundity? Because, like, we've got Outrider and Dash's Relic 5, and then there was another one that I saw somewhere. Maybe I imagined it. There's a lot of Rebel ships that are hurting, though, so maybe we're not.
It's like my soul. Just sort by Rebels. Let's just get real sad.
All right. There you go. It is a little sad. So maybe we're not going for Profundity. There's a lot of gear missing here. And stars.
This is so gross.
Do you want to look at Datacrons? I mean,
Sure.
I'm assuming they interact with them because they're in Kyber too.
Yeah, you would think with the roster this bad, they would have to have some Datacrons to help bolster it.
Man. Okay. That's a lot of Datacrons.
Yeah.
Like, at least 8.
More than what you have.
Probably.
Yeah. It's a Kyber, greater than Kyber 5 level.
Right.
Yeah.
They're probably, equipped on the teams and everything too.
So they don't have Jedi Master Luke, which is fine. You don't have to have Jedi Master Luke here, but just thought to point it out.
And you're pointing that out in the datacrons or because of
Because of ships, you can
ships?
tell. Yeah.
Okay. So there's 4 GLs,
One of them with no
no ultimate.
ultimate.
Do you want to sort by speed and see what happens?
More evidence of your cheating? Yeah, let's go.
Hey, I did not cheat.
One time you didn't cheat?
The one time. Sure. We'll go with that.
Alright, folks, for those of you who don't know, we're sorting by speed to see where the cutoff is for 300 speed.
Right.
Why is Tarful so
I
fast?
I was gonna say, I'm like, I feel like I mean, I don't use Tarful, but I feel like he doesn't care about speed.
He's Relic 9.
He is Relic 9. How do you feel about that?
I mean, now we know what kind of account we're dealing with, so that's nice, I guess.
All right. Um, Tarful is really weird because I feel like the rest of it, seems decent. Um, there's Bosk. I don't see grief.
Is he okay?
Is he okay? I don't see him. Okay. Do you want to guess first? Do you want me to guess first? What would you like to do?
Oh, you by all means choose the winner.
I was gonna say Jedi Knight Revan.
All right, sounds like a winner to me. Um, let's go with uh Rex.
Rex. Okay.
I was gonna say Bosk, but Bosk is right next to Dark Basti.
Yeah, it's weird. Rex is 320.
Oh wow.
That's
All right, well, they have a
that's
couple
fast.
mods then. Yeah.
Jedi Knight Revan is 314. Yikes. Okay. Would you like to guess again?
We could both have a redo.
Jedi Knight Revan is 314.
Um, I don't know. Like, are they all just clustered at the top and they just suck at a certain
Right. Do we
point?
fall off a cliff now?
I don't know why your Dark Basti would be so fast, relatively. I'll say starter killer, I guess. Resistance Hero Finn should be fast enough too. I don't know. This is just I hate this game right now.
Are you
This is
staying
so
with Star
confusing.
Killer? I was thinking
Sure.
Riva.
Okay. Riva is fine for
Okay.
you.
Star Killer is 301.
I don't know why he's that fast. He doesn't need to be that fast.
That's
But okay.
interesting. What's Riva, just out of curiosity? 308. So Star Killer Talon.
Well, got a few mods on him.
Talon's 299. You did it. You won.
You have to really play it up because you're like,
You're like,
yay! Yes! Finally, you won! Now, and we'll usher in an era of Sarah never losing again because she cheats.
I, this is not going to help my case. But one, I don't cheat. But two, I also don't remember the last time that you won.
Well, let's continue on then.
Okay, let's not sort by speed then.
I
What
can't
do you?
remember the last time you won in GAC. So,
I can. It was 2 matches ago. I did a full clear.
all right, against a Kyber 5 player. Good,
I think
good
I
job.
was in Kyber 4 then.
How many GLs did the person have out of curiosity?
On defense?
Just total.
I don't know. I didn't look at their roster.
All right. So
What do you want to look at?
okay, we gotta give them the. Let's go look at their Relic 9 Wookiees. They have Clone Wars Chewie at Relic 9. We
Oh
gotta.
boy. Oh boy. I didn't see Clone Wars Chewie there. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Is this a TB thing?
Now, is this like a you're really dumb thing? Like Chupio is the one you leave out?
Uh, I don't get it.
So like, hey guys, just curious. What's the best Wookiee in the game? Everyone's like Chupio. He's like, okay, I know which one I'm leaving out now.
Man, that's an interesting choice.
These are the kind of they're attention seeking. They just like I guarantee they take screenshots and show them off all the time in their guild. They're like,
Is this a
dude, can you
trigger
stop?
photo?
I mean, the whole roster is a trigger roster. I think they're just like, guys, hey, look at my rookies. They won again against this unlikely thing.
Totally. Um, okay. What else would you like to see?
I wouldn't like to see any of it. May we be done, please?
Let's look at bounty hunters because I want to see what happened to Grief. Um, I see not much has happened to Grief. And absolutely nothing has happened to Zam. Well, okay. Poor Grief.
Sorry, I threw up a little in my mouth.
Um, so I did see this earlier. Not when I was scoping at speeds, but just when I always click on bad batch first for whatever reason whenever I look at somebody.
You're like, not the time that I was looking at speeds, but the other time that I
Yeah,
looked at the
the other
roster.
time. Um, so like there's not even an Omega.
They didn't even unlock Omega.
And
Is
yeah.
this someone else? Did someone else volunteer like their guildmate for this,
No,
and they're just
this
throwing someone else under the bus? Because
this
this is I don't see someone voluntarily
they
letting
voluntarily what
like
would you
throwing
like?
this one in. This
Should we
this
look at
is
Jedi?
this is too bad for someone to want us to see.
Let's look at Jedi.
They have some
So
Jedi.
they have some. No Jedi Cal, it looks like.
Right, they're too busy farming their Wookiees.
Right.
Relic nining their stupid frickin' Wookiees. Yeah, like Phoenix, they're doing fine. Did they buy the? It looks like they bought the Relic
It
5
looks like
pack,
they did, yeah.
but they didn't buy the Phoenix pack when that was available, or the
No.
one with old Ben.
Wasn't the Phoenix one cheaper too? Or did I imagine that?
Yeah, I think it's $10.
Um, all right.
Well, at least they didn't prioritize Elf Jedi.
Oh. So his one light side GL is Kenobi. Do we have Cat?
Let's find out. I can hardly wait.
Okay, we have Cat.
We don't have Cat. This person is in this has Cat in the same row as Clone Wars Chewie.
Yes. Which is wild. Um, I wanted to look at
Clone Wars Chewie is more GP than their C3PO.
I was gonna look at Resistance, even though I feel like I might get sad.
Yeah, let's go look at Relic Zero Ball.
We should look at
Even
Rebels
worse.
too, because I'm curious what their CLS team looks like. So
What
did we
even is
buy? Did we buy a pack?
they bought the light side, like the resistance pack, and then they decided it just wasn't worth the effort to get those two characters to relics to unlock Rey. They were like, ugh, but it's so tough. I can't afford the relics.
But like,
Are you kidding me? My Wookiees need them. My screenshots for the
man,
guild need them.
I can't remember the Resistance bundles, but weren't there like four of them?
There's like a fleet one and a not fleet one. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let's just look at their CLS real quick, which isn't really, you know,
Relic 3.
doing much. That's an interesting number to stop at.
I mean, Chupio is an even more interesting number to stop at.
Chupio would beg to differ. Um, okay. I don't, okay. That's a lot of gear ones.
It's a lot of unfarmed characters
That too.
that they're like easy to farm too. They're not like hard node characters. These are characters that should have been farmed a long time ago.
I yeah. Do you want to see anything else? I don't really
I've
know.
wanted I've wanted to be done for like half an hour.
You would like to go back in time. Okay. Well, oh, I know what we could do.
For
I always
fun's sake.
forget. There.
For fun's sake. Let's
It's like your favorite part of the roast, maybe, possibly.
It's your favorite part because I get so annoyed.
So sad. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that's just, hanging
We'll
out.
see. We'll see in a couple weeks, folks.
Oh, poor Dark Trooper.
I'm cutting her off.